Hey, what's happening, guys? Behind me you see the 1951 Chevy flatbed truck, and today I'm hoping to get this thing started up for the first time. My dad's coming into town. We've got some final pieces to grab, fill it with fluids, prime the oil, but we're hoping to get this truck started for the first time. Now, you guys may remember from one of the last videos, I put the engine back together after it spun a crank bearing. I pulled the old crank out, put a new crank in, bought all new bearings for the crank, but I didn't plastic gauge it, so I don't even know if it's going to work. I don't know if it's going to hold together. I don't know if it's going to spin a bearing, if there was really any other damage. If I could go back and plastic gauge it again, I would, but I didn't, so we're going to see what happens here. I didn't know until after the fact. My dad was like, hey, why didn't you plastic gauge that and check and make sure your bearing clearances were right? And I didn't think of it. If we get it started, there's a question mark if it's even going to run or not. And if it runs, there's a question mark of how long it's going to run. Because I don't know if it's going to grenade immediately or if it's something that's going to just leave me stranded at some point down the road. That's part of the fun, I guess. So before he gets here and before we try to get it started, I want to give you a quick tour of the interior, some of the stuff that I've done since you last saw it. Now, I was about to put Pour 15 in the cab. I've obviously done that. Pour 15 is down. I got all my Dynamat. It's actually Hushmat product, sound deadener down. I've got everything sealed up really nicely. I put all new glass in the truck, all new side windows, all new vent windows. The front windshield pieces are brand new. The rear window is new. All new weather stripping and rubber seals throughout. So it seals up really, really nice. I obviously painted the truck interior brown. It's that nice Cordova brown Chevy color, which I really like. I'm going to carry that same color into the exterior, which will be pretty cool. But I got the little stuff done. I've got the wiring partially installed. I've got the wiring coming into the front through a grommet there in the firewall, and then I've got the engine components that are critical to starting the truck already wired up. That's the distributor, the choke, the electric fan, the alternator, the starter. All of those wires are run, and the ignition switch, obviously, into the key in the cab is run. So everything, for all intents and purposes, everything needed to start the truck up is in place. So here's what we're going to do. It's wired up. I'm going to keep the battery disconnected. I'm going to prime the oil by making sure there's oil in it and then putting an oil priming tool, or you can use an old distributor that has the top ground down so that you can get a drill on it and basically spin the oil pump so that you can verify that you have oil pressure. And I'm going to do this for a while. I've got a magnetic drain plug in the bottom of the oil pan, and I've got obviously a brand new oil filter, so if there's anything from remnants of the old engine that's still in there, hopefully it gets collected and not spun through the engine before it actually turns over. But that's going to be it. Fill it with fluids, connect the battery, and try to start it. Let's see what happens. What are the chances you think this works?
I think it probably will start, you know.
You think so?
Yeah, no doubt. Now it's got.
What are the chances it doesn't throw a bearing in the first 2 minutes?
I don't think it will. I don't think it will.
Even because I didn't plastic gauge?
Yeah, I don't know what the real downside that's going to be, that you didn't really you didn't clearance the bearing. I don't know. I don't think it'll go bad in the first 5 minutes. It might get you going down the road someday, bite you in the ass then. But yeah, it's got HEI on it now. You know, it's a lot better setup than it ever was before.
Yeah.
So that's the deal. We're going to find out. We're going to find out if it'll fire off first of all.
Yep.
And go from there.
All right.
Run for your lives.
Stay tuned. Grab the fire extinguisher.
Yeah.
Okay. There's that. Okay, you touch.
Okay.
First
thing we're going to do here is
check the wiring.
yeah, we're going to
Just touch.
We're going to get some power to it and see if there's anything smoke.
Touch the ground. Hold on.
Hey, look at that. No smoke yet.
Hold on.
Power on the key though. Try that.
Yeah.
Without the ignition.
Okay. Okay. If something happens, pull her.
All right.
Okay, get ready.
I am ready. Don't you want to put some
Hold on.
gas down the carb?
My ignition light works.
Oh, that's good. There you go. Look at that.
Look at that, my gas indicator.
Oh yeah, custom.
Wow.
But now, don't we want to prime this carb a little bit?
I'm okay to just turn it over and let it like crank a couple times. That don't matter to me.
Okay.
All right. I want to see if it even's gonna bump. So I don't know if it's gonna bump. I don't know if the starter's connected correctly.
Okay.
Let's just see what's up.
Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna try to bump it.
Yeah. Yeah. It's bumping. Yeah, you're bumping. You're good.
So I'll keep trying.
Well, don't you want to put gas in it?
Okay. Yeah, I mean.
Okay. It's going to take a little bit to get the gas in.
Here, go again?
Yeah, wait. Go ahead. Okay. You're getting gas in the filter now.
Okay.
So one more shot up here and we should be good on this.
Okay.
Okay. Fired.
Did it?
Through the carb.
Okay.
Hang on.
If it's getting gas, why do we need more gas?
I can't have enough gas.
All right.
Go ahead. Okay. Maybe it's out of time. You got gas though. You got presumably the choke's working okay. The choke is closed, so that's what you want. So.
Can I try again?
Yeah. It's pooping.
Try again?
Yeah.
Got enough gas, that's for goddamn sure.
Yeah, it's spitting gas up. Yeah. Go ahead.
It's sputtered.
No, I see that. It's
No,
yeah.
I mean it turned over like under its own power.
Yeah.
Crank.
Yeah.
One more try.
Yeah. Then I let it sit for a minute. Okay, let it sit for a minute.
Okay.
All right, here we go again. Now I think we might have it timed right, correctly.
How far out do you think we were?
You familiar with the term ass backwards?
Yes. Okay, here we go. What take is this? This is like take
4 or 5.
4 or 5. 4 or 5.
Do you want me to give it gas at all?
No.
Well, to get it running, you're gonna have to.
Maybe, but maybe not if it's running. Just go ahead. Go ahead.
Huh. That didn't exactly start up.
Go ahead.
Do it again?
Yeah. Okay, where we end up today?
Well, here it is, late at night, and we still don't have some bitch started. But I think we've fallen victim to, once again, I think we've fallen victim to a part that's brand new, that's crap, right off the shelf, that's not working. In this case, the suspected part is the distributor. Checked out the spark on the different plugs, and it's getting a fat spark, but it's kind of intermittent, you know. It ought to be like boom, 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 boom on that spark, and it's going boom, 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 boom. So that's not working. That's not good. That's not going to start a motor.
That was the theatrical reenactment of what the spark is doing.
That's right. That's exactly right. So, I don't know, I guess Nick's gonna try to get that distributor tested, bench tested, and see if it's a piece of crap indeed. That's what I'm thinking. I think the carburetor is doing what it's supposed to do, and everything else looks like it's dead on. We got the timing, I think, set good. But so there you go. You try and you try and you keep trying. We'll get it going eventually, but hope the beer holds out, like.
It will.
Okay.
We'll replenish.